What's good, y'all, man? We're back again with another video, and today I'm going to be breaking down the Western Conference Finals. Listen, I had to take a break. My team losing in the second round was not on my bingo card. It actually sucks how we lost, so don't really want to talk about that. I had to take a break, but I am back with this video. I'm very excited for this conference finals. I feel like it's somewhat like entering a new era. Not really guys that dominated the past era for the last few years. We got Shea, who's probably the closest to dominating the last few years, but that's also only been in a regular season. Then we got Jalen Brunson, that's it. But like other than that, all new guys. Jalen Brunson, Shea, Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, all new guys that are not faces of the league, but some of the best players of the league. So I'm happy for this finals, even though I really wish my team was here. But besides the point, but before we get into the video, make sure you like and subscribe and share with your friends. Like I said, I'm uploading a lot over here. I'm kind of studying a lot of this draft work because I want to make some breakdowns on some players because I'm not gonna lie, I really like this draft. I think it's like the first round. I don't see a lot of bust potential. I see some guys that might not be like star players or good players, but like they'll stick in the league. So I'm very happy for this draft. But that's it for this video. That's it for this intro. Let's get straight into the video. So to start off, I want to start off with the Indiana Pacers versus New York Knicks series first because I don't know where I'm going with the Thunder versus Timberwolves series yet, and I kind of want to think about that while I talk. So I'm gonna let that series go last. I'm starting off with the Indiana Pacers series versus the New York Knicks series. I want to say it's gonna sound disrespectful because I picked against the Knicks every series so far. I'm going to do it again. And this time, if I'm wrong, I'll take a break from this shit for real. I just don't see a way they can beat this Pacers team fully healthy, because as we've seen by this playoffs, you have to add that caveat. Fully healthy, I don't see a way. And this is not me like trying to big up the Pacers. I've been singing the Pacers praises since probably February. Like, I've been saying it, like, as soon as they got off that slump, as soon as Hallie got out the slump, they've been full on go. I believe since the new year, they're 44. I don't know about counting the playoffs, but they were like 44-13, some shit like that, I heard. Like, they've been one of the best teams in 2025. And that's why, as you can see, if you go to my timeline before like the last three games, and you see like me telling the Bucks to chill so the Pistons can get that spot. Like, I don't want to see the Pacers because I knew it was going to be a hard series. And if we was healthy, I still think we would have won because I think we had the talent to do it. But like unhealthy, they didn't have a chance. One of the fastest teams ever. They play completely 5-out. 1 through 10 can 1 through 9 can shoot, and then if you minus the 3-point line and just say, oh, mid range in the paint, 1 through 10 can shoot because TJ McConnell was very good at the mid range. Completely 5-out, all smart, high IQ basketball players, and all can get it on their own if they were tasked to. There's not a lot of relying on Hallie, and that's not me to take a shot at Hallie, but as you've seen, Andrew Nembhard can get when he wants. Last series, and Aaron Nesmith can get him when he wants. Benny saved them and gave 2, can get him when he wants. They just have guys 1 through 10 that are great basketball players. Look at the Knicks, 1 through 7. 1 through 7, I'll give you 1 through 7. They're obviously the better top heavy team, but like as a team, it's just I don't. Let me say this: I don't think you can beat the Knicks while having 2 defensive liabilities. I mean, not the Knicks, the Pacers. I just don't see a way. And the sad part is, the Knicks' defensive liabilities are their 2 best players. Now, if we used to break down the series, break down the matchups and everything, Cat is obviously going to be a Miles Turner. I think that would be kind of hard because he would have to guard in space a lot. He had to guard around in the perimeter a lot. And even though Cat is terrible all around on defense, I would say he's at best when he's in the paint, or he's just not around the perimeter at all. So that sucks for Cat, but hey. And then Jalen Brunson, I mean, we used to break down the rest of the matchups. I think Mikal is probably going to take the Halliburton matchup. I think Josh Hart is going to take the Andrew Nembhard matchup, and I think OG is going to take the Pascal matchup. That leaves Jalen Brunson on there and Nesmith. Now, you might think, oh, that's pretty sweet. That's pretty good. That's a good person he can just chill on while everybody else is working. No. Because Rick Carlisle is like smart as shit. Tyrese Halliburton smart as shit. Like, if you just go back to the last series, I was a person that was like, oh yeah, let's put DG on Aaron Neesmith, we're good. As soon as they seen DG could not move after the first 2 minutes, after that adrenaline wears off, as soon as they see he can't move, they attacked him every fucking time. And I'm not talking about the whole team. No. There was literal post touches with Aaron Neesmith. And Aaron Neesmith is huge. Just look at him. The dude is huge. He's wide, he's stocky. No matter how strong Jalen Brunson is, that's food. Go back to the last series. Aaron Neesmith on the boards at times. He dominated against Evan Mobley. Not against Evan, he was on the team. Now, I'm not saying he was dominating Evan Mobley, but he was dominating a team with two big men that played a lot. Over here, you just got to get past Josh Hart. But if Jalen Brunson is on me, I'm living in the paint every single time. I'm getting all these rebounds, and then now you also have to chase me because every time I'm telling you they're gonna run it because they did it 3 times against us. He'll call a timeout when we make a run, elevator screen, Aaron Neesmith wide open top of the key 3, and that's light. The nigga shot 50% in college. That's light. So like. That is not a matchup. It was like, oh yeah, we can just chill with Jalen Brunson on him. No, bro. And this is why, this is what I'm saying. They have 10 guys. That you can't just put a liability defender on. You can't at all. So I don't like that matchup. I think I think the team as a whole, I think Tyrese Halliburton, he can have a crazy playmaking series because I just don't think they can guard the team as a whole, and it starts with the engine, and that's Tyrese Halliburton. I think if Miles Turner's having a shooting series, a great shooting series like last series, he could damn near be the second best player in the series because I don't think Cat on that perimeter can guard him, and I don't think he wants to guard him. Because if you do that, you got to go all the way out there. Even though the paint was free, when Cat was down there, if Cat's not down there, oh, you're going to see Tyrese living down there. You're going to see, like I said, Aaron Neesmith living down there. And you're damn sure going to see Andrew Nembhard living down there. So, and Pascal, I can always treat him like an afterthought. Everybody does with the team. He's very good. 13 All NBA. But, yeah, the paint's going to be free game. So, I don't know. And then when we're talking about the other side, I think some of the same problems are for the Knicks. Like, who's Tyrese going to be on? Josh Hart? Josh Hart going to live in the paint. Rough it up a little bit. A little bit of these, you know? Rough it up. New York, 4 games to the finals, a little bit of these. He could take it. My whole thing with the Pacers, I think they're soft. Body-wise, mentality-wise, no, they're not soft. They got dogs. They're not all bark, no bite. But body-wise, Josh Hart can dominate. In theory, Cat, Miles Turner, that good defender narrative, that should have died years ago. And even if it was just because shot blocking. Body-wise, we've always known Miles Turner is soft. 6 rebounds a game and 7 foot. Cat, you're one of the best bigs talent-wise we've ever seen in our life. And I'm saying we because anybody who watches basketball should agree with that. One of the best 3-point bigs in our life. Great in the paint when he wants to. Well, motherfucker, you better want to this series because Miles Turner cannot fucking guard you. So in theory, he can dominate this series. Mitchell Robinson. Now, I'm not going to say the Pacers and the Boston Celtics play the same, but it's the same concept. 5 out, all 10 guys can shoot. Mitchell Robinson at times shut down the whole fucking defense by himself. Just being everywhere, long. They say 7 foot. That nigga is not 7 foot. I'm sorry, you got to add wingspans to height. Because you can look at J-Dub. They say J-Dub 6'5". No, that nigga is 6'8". How the fuck is a nigga 6'5" with a 7'2" wingspan? Donovan Mitchell 6'3" with a 7'1" wingspan. No, that nigga is 6'5", 6'6", damn near. Like, that's why he's able to throw that over niggas. Like, no, Mitchell Robinson shut down the whole offense at times by himself because he's just super active all over the place. Now, they can do what they did last series. Sub in Jarris Walker, foul that nigga 3 times and then take him off the court. But I think he can also dominate with his rebounding, with his defense. I think he's big key in this series. I think the Wings themselves, they're going to have to dominate because you're probably going to get the Aaron Neesmith, the Andrew Nembhard on Jalen Brunson, man. And like I said last series, if you're that good of a player like Donovan Mitchell, like Jalen Brunson, those niggas they're fooled. Even though Donovan Mitchell had a bad series on Andrew Nembhard, it was a lot because of the injuries, and he couldn't hit a fucking 3 to save his life. But Jalen Brunson has been dogging this playoff. So Andrew Nembhard, you're fooled. But then we're gonna have to see guys like Mikal, like OG take care of that matchup. If they even think about putting Tyrese on one of y'all better go dominate. And they're gonna put Aaron Neesmith on Mikal. I think that's a good matchup for him. And especially the way Mikal played last year. I got to give it to him. Same thing with OG. They played good. I think Pascal's going to be on OG, so that's going to be kind of harder. But I think once he gets those open opportunities on the three-point line, he should capitalize on them shots because he's going to need to. I don't know, man. I think the biggest X factor is the bigs for the Knicks. I think they got the potential to dominate, but will they dominate? I'm pretty sure Mr. Robinson Mendes, they're going to be very positive. I really am. I think they're going to be very positive. It's just like if Cat gets in his mind that he's Karl Anthony Towns, he's 7'1", 280. Miles Turner's like 6'10", 240. Soft as shit. Plays with Legos. Like if he gets that in his mind, he can dominate. Like he really can. But I don't think he's going to have that in his mind. I don't think he can also guard this Pacers offense. I don't think Tyrese being a big. I don't think Jalen Brunson being this big part of this defense. I don't think he can guard this offense. Out of respect for them, because I picked against them in every other series. I'm going to say I'm going to say Pacers and 6, but I want to say Pacers and 5. I don't see a way, bro. And if it happens, trust me, I'll be happy. And this is not me hating on the Pacers at all. I promise I'm not, but I've never got to experience the Garden in the finals. I just feel like that would just, as a basketball fan, that would be a different level of experience, bro. So, yeah, I can't wait to see that. If it happens, I really do, but I don't see it happening. Next series, the Thunder versus the Timberwolves. Now, for me, I'm so hyped for this series, man. If you're a fan of this channel, you know how big of a fan I am of both teams. As far as I was singing Shea's praises in 2021 when nobody was thinking about Shea. I was singing Josh Giddey's praises in 2021. I was singing their whole core's praises early. I'm a bigger J-Dub fan than damn near everybody but his damn mom. Like, I love this team. And then you look on the Timberwolves side, I said Anthony Edwards was the best player in his third game in his second year. And then I said he's going to be an all-time great in his second year. Like, I've been a fan of both teams. So I'm happy for this series. But I'm not going to lie, I don't see it going past 5. I don't. I have respect for the Timberwolves. I know they've been hooping this series. This defense is literally made to stop everything. What they're going to do is they're going to do a lot. What the Lakers try to do, they just don't have the pieces to do it. They're going to make and have a very good playmaking series. They're going to ask for him to have that. Like, he's going to need to have that because they're going to load any side he's on. Most of the attention is going to be focused on Anthony Edwards. They're not going to give a fuck about Julius Randle because whoever they have on Julius Randle, they don't give a fuck about helping off of Julius Randle. It's most likely going to be J-Dub or Alex Caruso. They're fine with those matchups any day, and we should all be fine with those matchups because that's 2 elite defenders and one of them being an all-time defender. They're fine with that. But every other thing, it's going to be focused on Anthony Edwards. So he's going to have to play make his ass off. Now, if he does that, you cut your hands. Shooters got to shoot. Shooters got to hit their shots. J-Mac got to hit your shots. Mike Conley, you got to do something because you're going to get attacked a lot. So you got to hit your shots damn near. You can't play. So they got to hit their shots. Defense-wise, this team is matched up to stop them. Now, I do think guys like Nas, guys like Julius, like they just say fuck it, put their head down and dominate. J-Dub at times could probably be too small because we even seen it with Aaron Gordon at times. He kind of got to the paint at will. But then J-Dub, being as smart as he was, okay, he's going to let you get down there. But my wingspan's longer than yours, and then, as we've seen multiple times in the last series, I'm just going to glass your shit. I'm going to send you to Isaiah Hartenstein. He's going to glass your shit. I'm going to send you to Chet. He's going to glass your shit. Like, it's just like, they can get to the paint, but now you got to finish over these things. It's hard. Now, Julius Randle, he's going to have to rely on shot making this series because I feel like that's mostly what he's been relying on this whole playoff run. And if he's still shooting very good, he can have a good series because I think anything in the paint, that shit is clips. That shit is curtains. I don't think he can do anything in the paint this series. I think it's just going to be too much arms down there. It's going to be too much long arms to finish over. So if he has a good shooting series, then he will have a good series because he's going to see a lot of one-on-one coverage. Anthony Edwards, no, you're seeing 3 at all time because yes, J-Mac has been shooting decent. We don't care. Mike Conley's Mike Conley. We don't care. They're just gonna load any side you're on. So that's when guys like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Dante, y'all gonna have to come in and play probably more minutes than Mike Conley and shoot the hell out the ball and then make them pay, because you're not gonna get a lot of open shots. You're gonna get a lot of passes, but you gotta make them pay off the passes. What I mean by that, you gotta go in there and you gotta either catch and go playmate and go try to score. One of those two things you gotta do to be effective, because in my opinion, they're not really gonna help off the shooters, because like it's okay if J-Mac hits open shot. Dante, the way he's shooting, it's okay. Nickeil, the way he's shooting, it's okay. Like, they're not really gonna care about that. So you're gonna have to do something offense shooting, and I'm talking about catching and going down there to score, going down there to attacking the rim, the playmaker. Like, that's what you're gonna have to do. Now on the other side, I think if we look at last series for the Thunder, it took Shea about 5 games to understand how to kill that zone, and when he did, he murdered that bitch. So that was pretty interesting to see, because I feel like that was a lot for him, and it helped him with his playmaking. Well, we look at this series. He's not going to get put in the zone. They're going to guard him one-on-one because they trust J-Mac, which I would trust him too. They trust Anthony Edwards, which I would trust him too. So we're not going to see a lot of one-on-one. I mean, we're not going to see a lot of zone. We're not going to see 3 guys trying to stop Shea. Watching them the matchup this season, I don't think they ever did that. Even in games where J-Mac didn't play, they put Jalen Clark out there, and Jalen Clark had a fucking good game. And we was on the little Jalen Clark train for 2 weeks, like the little Amen Thompson train. Like, well, I don't want to just make a man because men's like that, but like a lot of people was gassing up Jalen Clark and shit. But like, yeah, we seen them guard him one-on-one all year, as far as the Timberwolves. So they're not gonna focus on everybody else now. So the same thing I said about the Timberwolves shooters, OKC shooters, y'all got to do the same thing, because they're not gonna. Now, if y'all shooting terrible, then they'll probably double Shea. But they're not going to double off y'all because they trust their guys. They're going to feed their guys to Rudy Gobert, spend the same shit, saying the same song and dance for every Rudy Gobert team in his fucking life. Now, if Shea is elite, he'll be the James Harden. But if he's not, I don't know what guard that's. Well, you could say he'll be first round Luka, because Luka wasn't dominating Rudy Gobert. He'll be last year's Devin Booker. Guards that just couldn't dominate Rudy Gobert and attack that. So they're gonna funnel him to Rudy Gobert. I think J-Dub will have to have a good series for them to dominate, like I say they will. But then again, if he doesn't, I just think that defense is just meant to stop that Timberwolves offense. And I think Anthony Edwards can have a very good series shooting wise, but I don't think he's to the level where even if you have a defense to stop me, it doesn't matter. Like when we seen in 2022 with Giannis, that defense was meant to stop him. That Celtic defense was literally meant to stop him. They ran the zone, literally meant to stop him. The nigga averaged 33, 12, and 6. It's just like, I'm too much of an all-time talent for you to stop me. Now, shit, Jokic last series, that series was meant to stop him. And he had a minute series, but at times, listen, 42 and 20. I'm too good of an all-time talent to stop me. I don't know if Anthony Edwards has that yet, because I feel like he would have to have the overall game. And I'm talking about the playmaking with the inside shot as far as the mid-range, and then collective with the 3. I think he would have to have all of them as a collective. I don't know if he has that yet. But I do think they can make it a little bit hard for the other guys around Shea, and it will kind of be a lot of games where Shea has to carry, because I think Chet, he could be easily bumped off his spot. But I also seen Chet at times still be aggressive, and that's just the thing with Chet. He's just not as aggressive. I think Chet is talented as hell, one of the most talented in the league. But they do him a disservice by playing him a lot with Shea. So a lot, he's just sitting in the corner waiting for the shot. He doesn't really have a time where, like, all right, it's my turn. So that's why I think a big thing they need to do from now and beyond, and I'm even talking about next year, to help these non-Shea minutes, and you probably don't want to help that because that helps with the MVP case, but to help these non-Shea minutes, I think you got to play Chet with J-Dub, because they can just have a 6-run period where it's like, okay, this is my shit. Well, I don't have to worry about somebody else taking it out of my hand. It's my shit. Because J-Dub plays very well with bigs, as you see him and iHeart eat, and him and Chet eat. So I think they will have to do that a lot more, and especially for this year. I think it's at times where if it's not Julius Randle, Chet, you should just attack. And I'll even give him touches just to go attack. Like we seen last series, it was at times. Draymond Green was fucking with Naz Reid. Like Naz Reid is just, he was getting his ass dogged on defense. So I think if it's not Julius Randle, Chet has a mindset that I can dominate this series. Like I said, I'm interested to see how Rudy Gobert looks. I'm interested to see how J-Dub looks because I do feel like he might get the Anthony Edwards assignment, and that can be hard, but that can also be easy because they're kind of the same size, and J-Dub could kind of body him once he gets to his spot. So I'm gonna have OKC in 5, and I have both of these series basically in 5. I just didn't want to say Patriots in 5, but I'm gonna have OKC in 5. I want a 7 because 2 of my guys, 3 of my guys, 4 of my guys. I want a 7 for real, but I just like, bro. It's so this team, just like the Pacers are meant to expose that Knicks defense. This defense in OKC is meant to expose and Julius Randle. It just is. So that's it for this video, man. Make sure you like and subscribe and share with you if you're new. My fault for the mic, bro. I just bought this piece of shit. It's not even connected. I'm not even using this mic. Oh shit, that is making my other mic loud. But as you can see, I'm not using this mic. I'm using my mic for my camera. This mic's trash. So give me some mic recommendations down below. But I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.